So I'm showing you a picture and I'm sharing it, and I granted this is in Swedish, so it's not the easiest for someone from the States to read. But these muscles in the back of the head are full of these muscle spindles. And muscle spindles have friends like Golgi tendon organs. So muscle spindles that sense tension have their friends that also sense compression. So they work in an ecosystem and they work as friends. But if there's extra tension in these muscles, they're going to talk to you because they're pressure sensitive. Um, the reason I'm showing you this picture is because the next treatment that we're going to do is we're going to work on all of these muscles at the back of the skull, but very slowly because they adapt slowly. They're full of fibers, which their cells produce the fiber and also the lubricant. And one of the lubricants is called hyaluronic acid. Now, rectus capitis posterior minor is a very small muscle with dense fibers, and it's connected into, with most autopsies, the dura mater, which is the first meninge around the brain. And it's very sensitive to excessive pressure because it wants to protect you from everything. So when these muscles, these Rosetta Stone muscles, this is neck Rosetta Stone muscles. This is how they talk about it in Swedish. They are the Rosetta Stone. And these deep muscle layers in the neck can cause some problems because it's important for how the head is positioned. So if you're studying a while or you're driving in a snowstorm, these muscles are held differently. And spent or tension in the muscles can lead to a problem, or you're looking at a computer screen for a long time, or you're reading. So there's one stretch, easily pull back. That's easy to do, and you can do it several different times, and you just hold it. But the next video that we're going to do, we're going to use a soft tool, so I can show you a little bit more how to help reduce your headaches because you've had an injury, but also you've had a lot of other things going on. Life. And anytime that we've been sick, we know that having a flu virus can cause our whole body to ache. So anytime there's an infection inside the body, everything has challenges, and we can do small little things to help the body. So that's what I want to show you. There's two more things. Because I've had concussions, I fully understand what it is to have a migraine. And I want to share a really important thing with you from a smart doctor. Okay, so we're going to see this. It's a YouTube video. You can easily find it. MRI of traumatic, it's spelled wrong, brain injury by Dr. David Milkus. And he is giving a lecture about back to school, about traumatic brain injury. Fantastic lecture. Dr. David Milkus is sharing information of how Dr. Van Wieden got pictures of the brain from an MRI and can see how the fiber structures are laid out. So it's about the wiring of the brain. The one thing I can't do is probably share this because then there's copyright issues and YouTube won't let me send this to you, this video letter. But the pictures of the brain that came through from this Dr. Van Wieden's research are groundbreaking. And we look at the brain quite a bit differently now. And the one thing that Dr. Milkus talks about is that all of these fibers are interwoven, and they have one layer upon another layer upon another layer. And here's the thing, in our body that you're going to be doing the treatment on, we have the same structures. And the one thing I want to, I don't think I can get it. There's a density that we have. Oh, this is it. Yes. And he said, who knew that the brain was like a plaid shirt, that all the fibers are interwoven, which is funny, but in the other sense, the one thing that we're not is a plaid shirt that will never heal because the body heals on its own and we can help it. We're going to show you one more picture. And all of these are in the descriptions. So you can go to the links and you can watch them at your own time and your own leisure. That's funny. I say your own leisure and I realize you're a college student. So leisure time is not very often. So here's the other thing. Gil Hedley does a great video and he's amazing with his dissections that he's done of the human body. But he's talking about the structure of our deeper fascia, so the muscle fibers and how they line up. And this is not a picture of the brain. This is how our body is laid out. So these Rosetta Stone muscles that we have at the back of the neck are extremely important because they can trap in and they can compress on with pressure the occipital nerve, which will give you a massive headache. And it's so hard to concentrate if you have these issues and if you have a problem like a headache. So is it tension headache? Is it because a nerve is compressed? And these fibers have fluid in between them. So we want to get the fluid moving and we're going to use a tool to do that. And I want to show you that in the next video. Okay, thank you.